existence within this piece of land, it is a fairer world. It's a fairer world. And in order for that to happen, conversations have to happen that involve everyone. Everyone. That's not just people from round the corner and down the street. That is everyone. And I've just returned from Venezuela, and one of the biggest lessons I learned on my trip to Venezuela is that a good leader speaks with the people, but never for them. But never for them, with them. So one thing that was incredible about Venezuela was the aspect of participation, political participation of the poor. Political participation of poor people. That's the enemy. That's the enemy. The enemy is not dictatorship. The enemy is not religion. The enemy is democracy of poor people. This is why you have in Venezuela cable cars being built to take people from the barrios on journeys that before would take them 3 hours to get to work, taking them 10 minutes. What is Chavez doing in Venezuela that is so radical? There's still McDonald's, there's still BP, the barrios are still there, but he is merely catering to needs of poor people slightly more. He is making the society slightly fairer than it was before. The descendants of Spanish colonizers still own most of the food companies, they still own most of the media, and of course are being utilized by the CIA. The media, the private media in Venezuela calls him a monkey. It calls him a monkey. Yet he allows these openly backed media arms of the CIA to remain open. And I feel that is the greatest victory, and that is why he has been elected again and again and again and again, because the conversation is open. As soon as you shut the conversation and you cease to have a conversation, then there is no progress and there is no chance of us moving forward. When we talk about occupation and occupying, I applaud, huge salute to the people that have spent their time out here. But we must realize that this country has a problem with occupying other parts of the world. I know we are aware of that, but that is something we must be absolutely clear about every single time. The concept of Britain is imperialist crap. This is England, not Britain. We have to break apart this imperialist structure. Scotland does not belong to us. Ireland does not belong to us. Wales does not belong to us. We have no right to occupy 1 square foot of Irish soil. The Queen has no right to travel there. Who are we to talk to anybody else about democracy in the world when we have an unelected monarch? We have an unelected House of Lords. What position can we take? Of course, she's not even from here. What position can we take by saying other people are not democracies, other people are dictatorships, when we have not even taken the time to learn their languages before we invade them? What right do we have? Do we believe we are so superior? Is there something in our DNA? Is there something about us which just itches to bomb some brown people? What's wrong with us? Why have we allowed our government to bomb Libya with hardly any opposition?
2 million people marching on Iraq didn't make any difference.
Exactly. Exactly. Political action is the only hope we have of making a difference. 2 million people marched against the war in Iraq. Just imagine if 2 million people occupied Parliament and told them there's no way you're going into Iraq. What could have been achieved, and what reason do we have not to do that? Absolutely anything is possible. Anything is possible when we talk to each other, when we have conversations. We are fed individualism from the day we are born in this country. We are fed the concept of me from the day we are born. As long as our egos are massaged and our bellies are full, we don't give a damn how our money is spent and where it is spent. We must take control of this, take responsibility and hold the powers that be accountable for what they are doing with our money and our lives. This society is dying. It is dying. This is not the side which will win, be victorious, or be spread around the world. It is in decline and it is disintegrating our souls from within.